Okay. Good morning, everyone. We are from Group 1 New Villette. So today we're gonna explain about the company that we have chose, SK. So SK is a popular Indonesian vegan cosmetic brand known for its affordable luxury and focus on enhancing natural beauty. They offer a range of makeup products like concealer, eyeshadow, palettes, lip tints, and more, with chic packaging and safe ingredients. So SK is a brand that aims to provide high-quality, innovative products that are accessible to a wider audience.
So now I will be explaining about the microenvironment and the macroenvironment. So let's start with the microenvironment first, which directly influences SK's daily operations and immediate market activities. This includes the suppliers, intermediaries, competitors, and the customers. So SK sources its raw materials and cosmetic technologies from PT Kifo Cosmetics International, which serves as a supplier that is essential for supplying SK's vegan materials. It has PT Padang Global as the intermediary from PT Kifo to the company or organization, which is SK. This process acts as upstream process in supply chain, which refers to the activities and processes involved in obtaining and preparing raw materials for production, and for the downstream, it encompasses activities from manufacturing to delivering finished goods to the end customer. So in this case, it includes the retailer intermediaries like Lazada, Shopee, Tokopedia, Watsons, and other online or offline stores that they can directly buy from customers, or sometimes customers can buy straight from SK's shopping website, but sometimes people use e-commerce apps like Tokopedia, Shopee more frequently. And the beauty market in Indonesia is highly competitive because SK competes with other Indonesian cosmetic companies too, like Wardah, Emina, Makeover, and then there's BLB Beauty, Viva Cosmetics, and Mineral Botanica. And then we'll be moving on to the macroeconomy, which includes economic factors, legal factors, cultural factors, and last but not least is technological factors. Now let's start with the economic factors first. We'll be talking about the market growth rate, which indicates the increased customer interest and spending power in cosmetics industry, especially among the younger demographics like the Gen Zs and millennials. So globally, in cosmetic market is growing at a steady rate of 3.37%, and then in Indonesia, the market is even more promising, with a growth of 4.7%, showing a strong local potential for expansion and increased revenue. And then we'll be talking of the legal factors from international first. So with expanding abroad, SK must acknowledge the tariffs and international trade regulations for each country that it wants to export, and then it needs proper documentation for exports, and it needs halal certification, especially for Muslim majority countries in Southeast Asia, like for example Malaysia or Brunei. And then there's country-specific legal factors, like in the local Indonesian regulation itself. The first one is government's regulation, which mandates halal product assurance in cosmetics, and then the second one is BPOM regulation, which focuses on quality control and distribution supervision for customer safety. So these legal requirements ensure SK maintains high standard for safety, religious compliance, and ethical production. And the next one is for the cultural factors or the society. So it indicates the segment market, which mainly includes for Southeast Asian market, including Malaysia, Singapore, Vietnam, and Indonesia itself. Also for the economic segment is mainly middle class, and for the age segment is mainly from Gen Z and millennials. And then there's moral constraints. So it means as a Muslim majority country, halal certification products are must. And then there's also a cultural shift among the younger customers who are actively looking for vegan, cruelty-free, and eco-friendly brands. And then they're also looking for more social conscious brands, which means the ethical constraints, so there's no animal abuse and there's transparency about the ethical values from the brand. And then lastly, we'll be talking about the technology factors, which plays a huge role in the product innovation and marketing for ESCA. So in marketing, ESCA uses AI chatbot, gadget use, internet, and social media for engaging the customers. And then they also use optimization websites for a smoother online shopping. And then we'll be talking about the use in their products. So the first one, they use the blur fix technology for lips products. Like it's designed to enhance the appearance of lips by blurring fine lines. So it results in a smoother look and then providing a soft velvety finish that feels like lightweight, and then it delivers long-lasting color with minimal smudging. And then they also use blurring matagram technology for skin tint solutions. It provides instant blur effects, which minimizes the appearance of pores and fine lines. And then they also offer lightweight, breathable coverage that lasts up to 24 hours. And they include oil control properties and SPF 35 for added skin protection. Okay, next.
So for the next part, I will explain about ESCA website analysis using scenario. So this one is the website section. So first, we will talk about ESCA monthly visit compared to computer. So apparently, ESCA is performing better than Encure and is performing similarly to Holika. However, it is performing lower than Pixie and it is far behind Makeover, which clearly dominate in brand awareness and customer traffic. This indicates that ESCA is performing good but not yet a market leader in terms of digital presence. The second one, we will talk about their visit duration. So ESCA, that average visit duration is very low, suggests that users are not staying long enough to engage with the content. This could indicate that the website lacks engaging content, has poor navigation, or doesn't meet user expectation. Then for the page per visit, their page per visit is low. Ideally, users should visit more than 2 pages per session. This indicates that users are not exploring much beyond their landing page. Then for the bounce rate, they have average range, which is mean that a significant portion of visits leave after viewing just one page, which means engagement will be improved. So for our recommendation, first for the monthly visit compared to competitor, our recommendation is ESCA to use SEO optimization to attract more organic traffic, invest in social media and paid ads to boost visibility, and engage with the audience through email marketing or promotion to bring visitor back. Then for the visit duration and page per visit, we recommend ESCA to add internal link to guide user to more page, improve UE and UX design to make navigation smoother, and consider adding interactive content such as quizzes, video, or product recommendation to keep visitor engaged. Then for the bounce rate, we recommended ESCA to improve website content quality to make it more relevant and engaging. Use clear call to action or CTA button to encourage visitors to navigate feature, and enhance page loading speed to avoid user leaving due to slow performance. Then for the next part, we still analysis about ESCA website performance using SimilarWeb, but this one is mobile version. Okay, so for the mobile version, it's similar with the laptop version, but here the key issue that you can take away. First is low engagement, so the average visit duration is less than a minute, indicating that users are not spending much time on the website, as the ideal duration is 2 until 4 minutes. Then for the average bounce rate and page per visit, while these metrics are considered average, they suggest there's room for improvement in returning visitors and encouraging them to explore more content. The ideal would be less than 26%. Then they also have lower traffic compared to competitors. The website has significantly fewer visits compared to its competitor, indicating a need for better promotion and visibility. Then for the recommendation, it's actually quite similar with the laptop one, but there is some point that we add in here. The first one is about analysis competitor strategy. So we recommend ESCA to study competitor, analysis what competitors like Holika, Makeover, and Pure are doing differently, identify their strength and adapt successfully strategy. Then also recommend SK to do regular monitoring and adjustment. Continuously monitor website analytics to understand what's working and what's not. Use tools like Google Analytics for detailed insight. Then for A/B testing, they recommend SK to do experiment with different content format, layout, and calls to action to see what resonates best with the audience. We also recommend SK to use data to personalize the user experience, such as recommending content based on user behavior. Okay, next I will be explaining the website analysis using the Brand24, and these are the analysis from laptop version. So the first one I will explaining about the mention and social media reach. So first, the SK brand has shown impressive growth in the online discussion, especially on social media platforms. So this indicates a high level of visibility and rising awareness. So for our recommendation, so to keep this momentum going, SK should continue increasing their social media activity, collaborate with influencers, and make use of a viral content. And then the second one, for the total social media interaction, we observe a massive increase in engagement like shares, comment, and for likes, shares, and comment. So this tells us that people are actively talking about SK. For the recommendation, they should take advantage of this by creating an engaging content like TikTok challenge, interactive polls, and by reposting user content. So responding to comments and participating in beauty-related discussion will also help build a stronger community. So for the third one is the positive and negative mention. While the positive mention have increased, negative mention also have grown even faster, over 2000%. So these are mostly due to product quality issue or unfavorable comparison with competitors. So for our recommendation, SK should improve their product formulation and quality control and address customer concern publicity to rebuild trust. It is also a good idea to highlight like satisfied customer testimonial to show their advantage over competitors. And then for the present score, although SK present score has improved, but it's still below the ideal level, which is the 21/100. So this show they are on the rise, but not yet a strong leader in their market. So to increase brand authority, we recommend that SK should collaborate with top beauty influencer and media platforms and run a content campaigns with contests and challenges. And then for the last one is about the trending hashtag. So by looking the trending hashtag, SK is gaining traction on TikTok through leading hashtag, especially within the makeup and skincare discussion. Next. Next. Okay, so this is the Brand24 analysis, but on the mobile version. So first, for the total mention, SK has been a significant increase, over like 1,000 mention, which is a 1,620% jump. So this tells us that people are increasingly talking about the brand online, and most of this mention come from social media, which highlight this digital visibility and influence. And for the social media reach, SK content has now reached 6.5 million users, and this means their online visibility has expanded massively and more people are seeing, sharing, and engaging with their content. And the next one, for the interaction, so social media engagement have strong increase in reaction, comments, and share, and this shows that the audience is not only seeing the content but they are actively responding to it, which is a great sign of SK brand engagement and resonance. And regarding the positive and negative comments, the positive and negative sentiment, for the positive sentiment have grown by 1,600%, showing the customer appreciation and effective campaign. But the negative mention have increased too by 1,200%. These are mostly related to product issue and unmet expectation, which the brand need to address quickly. And then from the present score is also show growth, but still a lot of room for improvement because it's still low present score. Okay, for the trending hashtag like SK and SK Cosmetic are gaining a lot of traction, especially in the beauty and cosmetic community. And for the recommendation that we provide is first, SK should strengthen collaboration with influencer and encourage more user-generated content. And second one is important also to manage their response to negative sentiment proactively. They also like to analyze what content perform best and replicate that success. And the last one, SK should develop a broader, more diverse hashtag. Next.
Okay, so we finally reached to the digital strategy part of SK. So here we divide their strategy into three, which is the business unit, the regional, and the functional. For the business unit strategy, we first need to look at SK's e-commerce unit, which they use direct to customer through their official website and various e-commerce platform like Lazada, Shopee, Tokopedia, etc. However, they also can be accessed to some offline stores. A few of those offline stores they actually own, and it's only recently that they have started to build those offline stores, like late 2023. Mainly, they use their distributors like Sociala, Sepo, and Watson to reach their customers there. For their regional strategies, they target primarily the Indonesian market or around the Southeast Asia region. And lastly, for the functional strategies, we look at their marketing and their supply chain. For their marketing, SK claims that mainly they do their marketing through publicity, so their actual marketing budget is considerably lower compared to their competitors, like under 20%. And they claim that they could do this because they have good publicity, like through customers' review in social media and in their e-commerce platform, thus allowing them to get away with it. For their supply chain, their main factories consist in Indonesia, but they also have partnership with other foreign brands such as South Korea and China manufacturers too. And so here are our recommendations for SK. For the business unit strategies, we recommend them to integrate the various distribution channels into one system to try to achieve omnichannel, basically omnichannel where all parts of the supply chain including distributing is integrated, so you can control your branding better and how you present yourself to your customers. When also in the topic of talking about customers, SK should funnel their customers to their official website, the SK brand that they own, by implementing certain features that only exist in their website. Like for example, since SK is a cosmetic brand, they could try implement shade match that you can only do in the website in order to create loyalty within the customers. And this is recommended for SK mainly so that they can benefit by having customer data going to them. They also can control how the customer experience their brand better through their website as compared to e-commerce like Tokopedia. And as such, they're able to interact better and also attract customers in the long term, building loyalty. And so that's it for the business unit. For the region, as of now, since SK is mainly focused in Indonesia, we could recommend them to start expanding in the sea market, which they had slowly done it, like through entering countries similar to Indonesian culture like Malaysia and Taiwan before entering less similar markets. And maybe once they gain enough growth and enough size, they can even enter other Asian markets such as Japan, Korea, and China in the far future. But as of now, we focus them to focus on the sea market. And finally, for the functional strategy, we recommend SK to focus on developing their products well. As they said themselves earlier, they rely on word-to-mouth marketing. And as we've seen from the previous similar web and Brand24 analysis, their main back mentions is thanks to their poor product quality. So we really advise SK to focus more on this. They could do this by seek funding to increase product quality or like product innovation. Like they can ask similar people like Unilever to invest in them, for example. And other than that, they can also collaborate with other famous partners like musicians and artists to try and increase their product image, like their product brand. So even though their products themselves gain minimal real quality increase, at least in the eyes of their customer, like by partnering to musicians and artists, they're able to gain like a huge increase in quality in their eyes. And also to make digital payment easier, like you want to able to provide various payment methods. Like for example, not only through Gizella, you can also use Dana, OVO, and Shopee Pay maybe, mainly for their physical stores, but also in their website themselves, in the e-commerce website, made it accessible so people want to shop in that website so it's easier. And here are the references that we use in this presentation. And that's all. Thank you for listening.